Idris, Elba. Idris, come on out here.
Hi, man. How are you? Okay.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Welcome to the show.
Excellent.
Pleasure to meet you.
It's good to meet you.
Everybody said, oh, you know, this guy was on The Wire. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Is that what people talk about when they see it?
Yeah, I crossed the canyon about, like 2 years ago.
you walked across the canyon?
I was thinking about that joke forever.
Yeah,
You know,
it's crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy, yeah. I don't know what he's thinking, but, you know.
Oh, you're talking about The Wire to walk across the Grand Canyon. Oh, I
Thanks. Thank you for that.
see. Where are you from?
London, East London.
And did you, big family?
No, mum and dad, only child. And I decided I wanted to be an actor when I was about 10, 12.
10 or 12. What happens when you're 10 or 12 that makes you think, oh, I can be an actor?
You know what it was? There was a cinema where I lived, and they played old reruns of this TV version of Spider-Man, where Spider-Man would climb on the floor, and then they'd change the camera and made it look like he was... And I remember sitting in the cinema going, I know how to do that. And at that point, I said, that's it. I'm going to be an actor. And
when did you move to the United States?
late 90s, about 99. I kind of was here. I was working in England. I did, did some TV.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in a bigger marketplace, come to America, and I came here, and I didn't work for about 4 years.
Now, I've noticed that more and more actors, seems to be male actors, are in films where they use an American accent.
Yeah.
Now, is that something every actor has to know how to do?
If you come from England or Australia and you want to come to America to work, it's a good idea that you learn American accent.
Right.
Don't do what I did, is just show up with a really terrible American accent and not work for 4 years.
Did you ever play an American and have a bad American accent?
Would I or have I?
Have you done that?
That's a good question. No, I'm that good. But, no, I'm joking, honestly. No. I still get very nervous doing American parts because, I have a very strong English accent.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's very, accents around the States are very specific,
Sure.
depending where you're from.
Well, I think that, first of all, I'm tired of British actors taking away jobs from Americans. You can understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I say pick an accent and that's it. All movies, one accent, that's it. Now, was it a TV show called Space Precinct or a film?
Yeah, it was one of my first TV
show.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about Space Precinct?
Jerry Anderson, who created the Muppets, I believe, right? Jerry Anderson, is anyone here? Yeah, and he was...
No, there's no one.
No one knows.
They've gone. There's no one here anymore. You'll get used to it.
He created this futuristic TV show called Space Precinct.
And you were on the show.
I was in the show. It was my first. I was a pizza delivery guy.
Pizza delivery guy.
Yeah. I had like a space motorbike that flew.
Not a bad gig.
It was a first job. It was, it was a good gig. You've got a clip, no?
Yeah, we have the clip of this. And how old a kid were you in this?
How old?
How old were you in the film?
Probably about 20, 21.
Let's take a look. Here we go.
Oh, man, really?
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
That's where it all began.
Well, it's reassuring to know that even in the future, even in space, there will be pizza. Now, was that your voice there we heard?
No, see, that's a good question, because that isn't my voice. That accent...
What accent, what we heard there?
Well, apparently, I did an American accent for it, so it must have been really terrible. But the guy that they used to do that voice, because I heard it later, and I said, that's not me. They said, yeah, no, we use a guy that does, dubs your voices in other TV shows. I was like, the German guy? The German black guy, that's his voice. And that, seriously, so even in Germany, there's a guy with a better American accent than me dubbing my voice.
But see, sitting here chatting with you, your accent, it's not an accent, it's just how you speak, is delightful.
Oh, thank you.
And so why can't we say, okay, guess what, the pizza guy, is your voice.
Yeah, no.
What's the matter with that?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I
Well,
just...
do something.
Well, I should. I should. Yeah.
I hate to see you be pushed around like this. Now, am I right about this movie, that it's sea creatures that become robots, and we have a battle of the robots?
Well, they don't become robots. They live in the Pacific Rim, and they come out of the water, and they sort of terrorize the world. And our mechanism for fighting them is these robots that are controlled by human beings. And then when you get to the film, when the film opens, this war has been going on for a long time. I play the head of the army that's sort of sort of pulling the troops together to fight these
So what accent do you use in this?
Oh, right. Well, English.
English.
Yeah.
English as you have it
As
here?
in myself, yeah.
That's
But
perfect.
not as Cockney. Like, I have a Cockney accent. The character I played speaks a little bit more, like, Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And how much of this film is true? Well, the technology behind, you'll see the technology is pretty close to the mark. You know, Idris, what we're going to see here?
I think this is one of the clips where my character is rallying up the troops, giving this one last speech as to why we have to fight so hard. I think that's the clip.
I know exactly which of the apocalypse is postponed.
Yeah, cancel the apocalypse.
Cancel the apocalypse. Let's take a look. Wow. All I can say is, wow.
What?
Wow.
Have you seen such CGI? I mean, it's amazing.
And when do you see it in 3D? Let's take a look at the actual clip. Oh, very effective performance.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice job. The film, Pacific Rim, opens July 12th. Idris Elba, great pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice job. We'll be right back with Dale Watson and his Lone Stars, everybody.